Before Rome, before empires, before kings, there were gods. A land where legends walked, philosophers thought, and warriors conquered. From Zeus and Athena to Alexander and Socrates, this is the story of Greece, the birthplace of democracy, art, science, and reason. Welcome to History Unlock, where today we uncover the complete history of Greece, from myths to modern power. As we journey through time, witness the rise of city-states like Athens and Sparta, each with its own unique culture and rivalries. The spirit of competition is alive in the Olympic Games, where athletes strive for glory and honor. Philosophy flourishes in the streets led by great thinkers who laid the groundwork for modern thought. This is where democracy first took root, a radical idea that forever changed the course of governance. In the midst of conflict, heroes emerge like the legendary Spartans who stood firm against overwhelming odds. Their bravery becomes a symbol of strength and resilience throughout history. Meanwhile, the teachings of philosophers like Socrates ignite a passion for knowledge, encouraging deep questions about life and existence. These ideas echo through time, shaping Western thought and society. Long before the rise of city-states, Greece was home to mysterious cultures, the Cycladic Minoan and Mycenaean civilizations. The Minoans of Crete built grand palaces like Knossos, where legend says the Minotaur roamed the labyrinth. Meanwhile, the Mycenaeans, warriors of bronze and glory, inspired Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. Their cities like Mycenae and Tiryns stood as fortresses of early Greek power. But around 1200 BCE, disaster struck. Earthquakes, invasions, and the fall of the Mycenaeans plunged Greece into centuries of darkness. As the once great civilizations faded into obscurity, their legacies were whispered only in legends and scattered remains. The echoes of their achievements lingered, waiting for the dawn of a new age to rediscover the richness of their past. Yet even in darkness, the seeds of future greatness were sown, ready to inspire generations to come. From the ashes of the past, the spirit of innovation and resilience began to rise, paving the way for the birth of classical Greece. With each passing day, the foundations of democracy, philosophy, and art were laid, forever changing the course of human history. After the fall of Mycenae, Greece entered a time of silence where writing disappeared, cities shrank, and trade collapsed. But from this darkness arose a new people, the Dorians, whose strength and warrior culture would shape the future of Greece. Oral poetry kept history alive, where heroes like Achilles and Odysseus became immortal through spoken tales. And slowly, as iron replaced bronze and communities began to rebuild, the seeds of the Greek world began to grow once again. As the shadows of the Dark Ages lifted, communities blossomed, forging a new identity, steeped in shared stories and cultural heritage that would lay the foundation for the greatness of ancient Greece. With renewed vigor, the Greek people began to establish their communities, creating marketplaces and temples that reflected their aspirations, culture, and devotion, setting the stage for the flourishing of city-states. The arts and philosophy began to flourish as theatre brought stories to life, and thinkers pondered the mysteries of existence, making the period a profound springboard for what was to come in classical Greece. The Greek world awoke to a new age, the archaic period, as small villages grew into city-states known as polis. Among hundreds, too, would define history Athens, embracing democracy and philosophy, a true city of thinkers and artists. Sparta, by contrast, lived for war, where discipline, strength, and honor ruled above all. Though divided, these city-states shared a language, religion, and an Olympic spirit that united them in competition and reverence. It was during this time that poets like Homer and Hesiod immortalized the essence of Greece through their timeless epics. As the city-states flourished, their legacies of democracy and valor would shape the foundations of Western civilization. In this era of growth and rivalry, Athens became a beacon of art and philosophy, while Sparta remained an unforgiving bastion of military prowess. The arts thrived in Athens, creating masterpieces of theatre and sculpture, while Sparta's relentless training forged warriors committed to their city-states' ideals. These cultural celebrations and strict militaristic training defined the contrasting identities of Athens and Sparta, forever influencing their historical legacies. The world watched as Greece faced the mighty Persian Empire, one of history's greatest showdowns. King Darius and later Xerxes sought to crush the tiny Greek city-states, but united under heroes like Leonidas of Sparta and Themistocles of Athens, Greece fought back. At Marathon they won. At Thermopylae they died with honor.
At Salamis they triumphed again, proving that freedom could defeat tyranny.
This victory not only saved Greece, it saved Western civilization. The legacy of their struggle would resonate through the ages, shaping the course of history for generations to come. Their stories of bravery and unity would inspire future generations to fight for freedom and justice. Even centuries later, the lessons learned from the Persian Wars would continue to shape the values of democracy and resilience. These pivotal events cast a long shadow over history, reminding humanity of the cost of freedom. The spirit of those who fought in the Persian Wars lives on, celebrated in culture and memory. Each generation honors their brave forebears, cherishing the hard-fought peace they secured. Through art education and remembrance, the tales of valor continue to inspire courage in the face of adversity.
After the Persian Wars, Athens rose to glory. Under Pericles, it became the jewel of Greece, home to democracy, drama, and philosophy. The Parthenon crowned the Acropolis, statues came alive in marble, and minds like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle questioned everything. Art, architecture, and politics flourished. Yet beneath this brilliance, rivalries grew, and Sparta's patience was running out. Athens thrived with its citizens debating in the agora and artists showcasing their talents. This was a golden era where every voice mattered. Yet as the Athenian Empire expanded, the tension with Sparta grew, setting the stage for inevitable conflict. In the grand halls of the assembly, Athenians engaged in fiery debates, each word echoing the principles of democracy. Yet as the sun set on this age of enlightenment, the looming threat of Spartan forces became ever more evident, heralding a shift in the tides of power. As conflict erupted in the Peloponnesian War, the glory of Athens began to fade, leaving behind weary soldiers and the echoes of lost ideals. The splendor of democracy dimmed as battles raged on, casting a shadow over the once bright civilization. The unthinkable happened. Greeks fighting Greeks. Athens and Sparta turned their swords on each other in a brutal 27-year war. Athens, proud and powerful, fell to disease and defeat. Sparta won the war but lost its soul. The unity that once made Greece strong was shattered, leaving the land vulnerable to new powers rising beyond its borders.
In the quiet aftermath, the echoes of the battlefield lingered in the minds of those who survived. The leaders of Athens and Sparta, once rivals, now faced the daunting task of rebuilding what had been lost. Each soldier carried the weight of their choices, reflecting on the cost of ambition and pride. The remnants of war painted a stark picture of loss along the shoreline where once mighty ships sailed. In the amphitheater, the spirit of the people lingered as they gathered to honor their heroes and reflect on the sacrifices made during those tumultuous years.
In the north, a new kingdom began to stir. Macedon. Under King Philip II, the Macedonians united Greece by force and diplomacy. But it was his son, Alexander the Great, who would change the world forever. Brilliant, fearless, and ambitious beyond measure, Alexander sought not just to rule Greece, but to conquer the world. As he rallied his forces, Alexander inspired his men with a vision of glory and conquest. His campaigns took him across continents, battling fierce armies and forging alliances that would reshape the fate of nations. From the plains of Persia to the mountains of India, Alexander's relentless pursuit of conquest knew no bounds. His tactical genius led him to victories that secured his place in history as one of the greatest military leaders of all time. Upon reaching Babylon, Alexander was not just a conqueror, but a visionary, dreaming of an empire that blended cultures and advanced knowledge. Yet amidst his victories, questions loomed over the sustainability of such power and the future of his ambitious dreams. At just 20 years old, Alexander began his conquest. From Persia to Egypt, from Babylon to the edge of India, his armies marched undefeated. He spread Greek language, art, and philosophy across continents, creating the Hellenistic world. But at 32, he died suddenly, leaving an empire too vast to control. Though his empire collapsed, his influence never faded. Greek ideas became global, shaping the world for centuries to come. His legacy continued to inspire leaders and thinkers long after his reign. His vision of a blended world laid the foundation for cultural exchanges that resonate even today. Through his remarkable journey, Alexander the Great transformed the ancient world, bridging cultures and ideas. His adventures were not just tales of conquest, They were lessons in ambition, leadership, and the power of vision.
Stories of his courage and complexity continue to resonate, inviting new generations to learn and reflect.
The echoes of his empire remind us that history is a continuous thread woven through time, inspiring future leaders to shape their own destinies. After Alexander's death, his generals carved the empire into pieces. Egypt under Ptolemy, Asia under Seleucus, and Macedonia under Antigonus. These new Greek kingdoms blended cultures. Greek science met Egyptian art and Eastern wisdom. Great cities like Alexandria became centers of knowledge, housing the legendary Library of Alexandria. But while the Greeks looked east, a new power was rising in the west, Rome. As the Hellenistic kingdoms thrived, ideas and innovations flowed freely, creating a rich cultural exchange that would influence generations. The blending of cultures in these kingdoms paved the way for advancements in art, philosophy, and science, enriching the legacy of the Hellenistic era. Cultural expressions flourished, merging traditions and beliefs from the Greek and Eastern worlds, creating unique artistic and religious landscapes. The pursuit of knowledge reached new heights, as astronomy, mathematics, and philosophy were expanded upon, leaving a profound impact on future generations. Trade and festivals became a celebration of the diverse cultures within the Hellenistic kingdoms, fostering friendships and alliances across distant lands. By 146 BCE, Greece had fallen to Rome, yet Rome admired Greece deeply. Its gods, art, and philosophy became Roman culture. Even as a conquered land, Greece ruled the Roman mind. Cities like Athens and Corinth remained centers of learning, where Greek teachers, writers, and artists shaped the empire that had conquered them. In Corinth's bustling marketplace, Greek merchants thrived, showcasing their colorful pottery and textiles, reflecting the continued vibrancy of Greek culture under Roman influence. Meanwhile, a statue of a Roman general stood proudly beside a Greek philosopher in a public square, symbolizing the coexistence of power and intellect within Roman society. In an outdoor amphitheater in Athens, spectators filled the seats, captivated by a Greek play, showcasing the enduring legacy of Greek drama during Roman times. Meanwhile, in a tranquil library in Alexandria, scholars gathered around scrolls, delving into ancient texts that shaped both Greek and Roman thought. When the Roman Empire split, Greece became part of the Byzantine Empire, ruled from Constantinople. Greek became the empire's language, and Orthodox Christianity its faith. For over 1,000 years, Greece thrived under Byzantine glory, blending Roman law with Greek wisdom. But new threats emerged: crusaders, Ottomans, and invaders that would soon test Greece once again. The marketplace of Constantinople echoed with the sounds of commerce as merchants from various lands traded their goods, enriching the empire's economy. In the grand libraries, Byzantine scholars diligently preserved ancient texts, ensuring that the light of knowledge would continue to shine through the ages. As dark clouds gathered over Constantinople, the city's formidable walls stood as a testament to its resilience against impending threats. The fierce battles fought between the Byzantine forces and Ottoman invaders reflected the turbulent struggles that would ultimately define this era. In 1453, Constantinople fell and Greece came under Ottoman rule. For nearly 400 years, Greek identity was suppressed, but never destroyed. Villages kept the language alive, churches kept the faith burning, and stories of heroes whispered through the mountains. It was a time of survival, until freedom's flame returned. This was the spark that ignited the struggle for independence, as voices long silenced began to rise once more. With every fight, the spirit of Greece grew stronger, until victory became not just a dream, but a reality. The uprising echoed through the valleys, binding the hearts of the people united in their quest for liberty. The flames of freedom lit the way for generations to come, inspiring a nation to reclaim its identity and heritage. The struggle for independence was not just a battle, it became the heartbeat of a nation echoing through time. From the ashes of oppression, a vibrant culture emerged, forever proud of its roots and history. The legacy of the past became a guiding light for the future, as every generation honored the sacrifices made for their freedom. In 1821, Greece rose again, inspired by ancient glory and fueled by revolution, as Greek patriots fought against the Ottoman Empire. After brutal years of war and with help from European powers, Greece finally won its freedom. In 1830, modern Greece was born, a nation reborn from myth. The spirit of the revolution lived on, passed down through generations, reminding all of the sacrifices made for freedom. Each year, the legacy of the Greek War of Independence is celebrated, uniting the nation in remembrance of their struggle and triumph. Today, Greece stands proud, a testament to resilience and hope, where the echoes of history inspire future generations. The rich culture and traditions of Greece thrive, celebrating the freedom gained through sacrifice and the unyielding spirit of its people. In the heart of every Greek lies a story of courage, a reminder that freedom is cherished and must be nurtured for generations to come. The journey from past struggles to present achievements highlights the resilience of Greece, where every moment of celebration is intertwined with a respect for its profound history. The 20th century tested Greece once again. It fought bravely in the Balkan Wars, faced invasion during World War II, and resisted fascism under great hardship. The occupation by Nazi Germany devastated the land, but Greek resistance never surrendered. Once again, the ancient spirit of freedom burned bright. As the conflict intensified, the courage of the Greek people shone through, uniting them against tyranny. The marches filled the streets with an undeniable sense of hope and determination, reminding everyone of their shared history and the sacrifices made for independence. After years of hardship, the people of Greece celebrated their hard-won freedom, filling the streets with joy and gratitude. The stories of resilience and courage were passed down, ensuring that the sacrifices made would never be forgotten. With the dawn of peace, Greece embarked on a journey of rebuilding and reflection. Young minds began to learn about their rich history, ensuring that the lessons of courage and sacrifice would continue to inspire future generations. In the modern era, Greece has faced economic challenges, but its cultural strength remains unbroken. It gave democracy to the world and still inspires art, thought, and travel. From the ruins of Athens to the islands of Santorini and Crete, Greece stands as a symbol of endurance, beauty, and brilliance. No matter how many empires rise and fall, Greece remains eternal. Even today, the spirit of ancient Greece thrives, inspiring generations with its rich history and profound contributions to civilization. With each passing year, Greece embraces its past, while continuing to evolve, creating a dynamic blend of old and new. The legacy of Greek innovation and artistry shines brightly, bridging the gap between history and modernity. Amidst challenges, the heart of Greece continues to beat strongly, celebrating life through shared experiences and cultural traditions. As Greece navigates through modern times, its timeless brilliance shines through in every corner, enchanting visitors and nurturing its culture. The islands and coastal towns beckon travelers off glimpse into a world where history and artistry coexist harmoniously. In the heart of Athens, life thrived amidst the echoes of philosophical debates and theatrical performances. The vibrant marketplace was alive with energy as people exchanged goods and stories, weaving the fabric of daily life. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the tranquil waters of the Aegean Sea mirrored the beauty of this timeless land, continuing to inspire generations. Under the shade of olive trees, great thinkers like Socrates and Plato engaged in spirited discussions that shaped human thought. Their ideas flowed like water, nurturing the minds of those who would follow. Meanwhile, the stories of legendary battles captured in vibrant mosaics kept alive the tales of bravery and heroism that defined an age, ensuring that the legacy of Greece would endure for centuries to come. Empires have come and gone, but Greece, the land of gods and heroes, still shines as the cradle of civilization. Because Greece didn't just shape history, it created it. This was the story of Greece, only on History Unlock. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Your one like means a lot to us.